is our special segment, Health Boosts, and today we are discussing the plummeting air quality levels in Delhi and the National Capital Region. In certain parts of Delhi, it's touched 999 in Noida, crossed 600 in Gurugram, 516. Sneha Mordani, my colleague, is now joining us for more on this. Sneha, what are the far-reaching effects of this air pollution? It's not worrying anymore, it's alarming.
Well, absolutely. It's not worrying, it's alarming, and there are far-reaching effects of it. We have spoken about the fact that it obviously leads to breathing difficulties, your eyes water. But let me also tell you that a lot of people don't realize that air pollution actually has a direct impact on your hair, for example. A lot of people are complaining of hair fall during this season, and that's the reason, because there is chemical and toxicity in the air. It has a bearing on your overall health. We all know that, but skin and hair, and a lot of dermatologists have linked pollutants directly, particularly PM 2.5, to your hair fall, your hair becoming rough. And that's the reason why a certain set of advice is given by doctors and dermatologists to take care of your hair. First of all, cover your hair, we would say, while moving out. That is really important. Whatever you're washing your hair with, try and make it as organic as possible. It should definitely be free of parabens and sulfates, and this is something that one must take care of. Wash your hair regularly, and like I said at the outset, when you're traveling around, when you have to step out, like most of us don't have an option, then do cover your hair.
Right. As far as particulate matter goes, Sneha, how bad is it?
It's terrible. I'll tell you why. Because PM 2.5 is extremely small in size. So which means that it has the potential to travel to your lungs, and this is not just the upper respiratory tract. This is deep into your lungs. Pollen travels into your bloodstream and then through different parts of your body, your heart, your brains. And that's the reason why PM 2.5 is extremely risky, because of its potential to travel to various parts of the body, and that's the reason why a regular mask is not going to do. An N95 and N99 mask, which are capable of filtering PM 2.5, is what one must be using.
Also, everyone's worrying about children as well at this point of time. How does this, in fact, impact children, their academic performance as well?
Well, so it's linked directly to the health of children. We know that 1 in every 3 children in Delhi are asthmatic. In just a few days from now, there will be so many cases, and I'm pretty sure about this, and from my personal experience as well. Kids will be on steroids because of the air pollution. But the other area where they get really impacted is, and research has proven this, is that their cognitive skills is hampered. Their reading abilities and their ability to solve mathematical problems is greatly hampered because of air pollution. And there is research done all over the world that shows that kids, in fact, in areas, and these are areas which are poor, and where children, in fact, have there is a lot of pollution in the air, and studies have been done to indicate that children from these regions are particularly dull.
Right. Also, one of the first impacts that we see, symptoms, so to say, as far as air pollution is concerned, plummeting air pollution is concerned, is the impact on the eyes. Your eyes get watery as well. How do you protect your eyes?
Yes. So a lot of people say breathing difficulties, but what we usually tend to ignore is eyes. But yes, eyes are watering. A lot of people instantly, the minute they step out of the house, and they say, my eyes are burning. Doctors have said over-the-counter teardrop eye drops, these will help. Yes, you should show to a doctor if the problem persists. Must cover your eyes. We really tend to ignore our eyes, and that's the reason why doctors have advised that you should be covering your eyes when you step out. So it's not just your nose and mouth, because of the pungent smell and the stink in the air that we really feel, but also your eyes, which need additional protection and care at this time.
Right. Are there any sort of foods that, we should be eating in order to, better cope with the situation at the moment?
Yes. There's a list of these food items, and I just want to take our viewers through this list. Broccoli, it's important for many vegetarians. Broccoli, spinach, blueberries. Now, why these food items? A, because they're rich in antioxidants. Some of them are rich in folate, obviously, in keeping good lung health. Nitrates, beetroot, for example, is excellent. Garlic, as we know, ginger, turmeric, excellent anti-inflammatory foods, and these are the foods that you should be keeping in mind. Also, foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, a good fat. Avocado, for example, has good fats, and walnuts do. And also, walnuts have a history of, improving oxygen levels. Pomegranates, again, rich in antioxidants, and like I said, turmeric, we all know the good old haldi doodh. It's not a myth, it's not a grandma's tale. We should be consuming these.
Okay, so all of these, we should keep consuming these through this entire period just to be in better health?
Well, absolutely. We should be consuming these throughout this entire period. Make sure that your diet is such that it aids in lung health, and also the fact that these food items will in a way help you cope up. Yes, we also know that steaming in a way helps us, and we also know that these small measures in fact will go work in a, will help us in the longer run, because I don't think there is any immediate respite to this problem. Also to tell our viewers, and there is something that the NGT has said also, Paulami, that there has to be a research now to be done in detail on the kind of impact that air pollution has on your mind. Now, why am I saying this? Yes, mood swings, we all tend to feel dull. We all tend to feel gloomy in this weather, but there's deeper science to this. Dementia, Alzheimer's has been linked to air pollution. Also, air pollution linked to Parkinson's disease as well. So all of these aspects one must be looking at, given that this is a problem, and it's a problem which has become perennial in Delhi and the NCR region. A lot of people tend to believe, Paulmi, that Delhi air and NCR region air is cleaner during the summers. It's not true. It's just that in winters it's so in your face, and yes, the problem multiplies because of this stubble burning. But Delhi air and air in major Indian cities are bad actually throughout the year, and I think we should not be losing sight of that.
So you're basically saying that it impacts your mental health and your mood swings as well, the air that you're breathing.
Absolutely. Dementia, Parkinson's, and that's the reason why the National Green Tribunal just a few days ago said that the research between your mental health and air pollution is something that needs to be looked at very carefully.
Right. Sneha, thank you so much for all of that information. My colleague Sneha there explaining some of the impacts that you can have as a result of, you could face as a result of plummeting air quality levels in the area that you're living in, especially if you're in the National Capital and National Capital Region.